the Mets they're missing out on opportunities that may come back to haunt them.
I'm going to tell you something right now, and you're not going to want to hear this, guys, but right now the Mets are not a playoff team right now.
Well, with the Phillies the Braves are where they are.
They're the third best team in the National League East. You start there.
The Phillies have gotten better, and they were in the World Series last year, and they can't. Yeah, you're probably right.
I mean, they're the third best team in their own division, and then out west is stacked.
What's in the Central?
The Cardinals. Then you got a couple of dog teams, Pirates, Reds, whatever. I think we all are in agreement. They got moves to make.
I say 85 wins.
That sounds about right.
That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, no, that sounds about right.
Hey, I just wanted to – I got a phone to take with you, Tierney. And Tiki, as a Mets fan, I just want to say thank you for kind of having the Mets back whenever he throws a little shade.
Yeah, he's over there hating on Billy Epp.
Wait, hold on a second.
Yeah, he hates on Steve Cohen. He says, he claims to come in and has a 5-year plan, and he's not doing what he said. But the guy's got the biggest payroll in baseball by a wide margin.
It's like, listen, you can have the biggest unit in the porn industry, but if you don't actually make films, does it matter? Who cares?
Well, I mean, they won 101 games last year.
Yeah.
That's the best they've done.
Some analogy, by the way. Jeez.
Yeah, that was it.
And by the way, no, hold on a sec, Tommy. I resent that, buddy, in a friendly way. Tiki's fooling you. Tiki doesn't care about the Mets. I care more about the Mets than he does.
I'm a Yankee fan.
I'm
let
just
him
being
fool
fair.
you.
I know.
I just keep it
care
real
about the Mets.
Don't hate on Billy Epp. I just keep it real.
He's fan, and you throw shade like, the Mets offense was a problem last year. The Mets were 5th in the league in runs last year.
Please stop.
They have a better lineup than the Yankees, Tierney. They do.
Tommy.
Up the bottom, they do.
You know what, Tommy? And by the way, you sound like an awesome guy. And I'm not hanging up on you. I want to have a conversation.
Fan. That's what he is.
I'm not going to hang
awesome
up on
fan.
you. Yeah, he's an awesome fan, but he's also a little, not even, I was going to say delusional. That's not even the word. Here's what bothers me about where Tom. No, hold on. Here's where Tom just went, which I think is infantile. Why are we incorporating the Yankees into this? We are grown men. Why can't we just talk about the Mets and focus on the Mets?
Because it's New York.
Why are you pulling the Yankees into it?
Because it's New York.
Because you're a Yankee fan that throws shade at the Mets.
Oh, jeez. You sound like a 12-year-old, man.
And listen, I get it. You say you're not the 27 homer, the Yankee guy, we won 27 rings, throw it in your face, but that's what you sound like.
All right.
Because Cohen spends more than the Yankees now. That's just a fact.
Okay, and where's it getting you?
Lineup, the Mets, we won 101 games last year. We were a great team.
Okay. I know. The Mets were a good team, but I gave them credit. Not good enough, like the Yankees.
Okay, but you're saying that you're an 85-win team. I don't get where that's coming from. They won 101 last year. They're essentially the same team, and we're in the beginning of free agency.
All right, let me ask you this, Tommy. Now.
By the way, Hoff said that, not BT.
No, I agree, though. They feel like an 85-win team.
And Hoff hating on the Mets, too. See, are you guys forgetting we had the number one prospect in baseball who is going to come in and hit 30 homers next year with
Hey, Tom, let me tell you something. Last year we couldn't call him up until the final week of the season because he wasn't ready yet.
Facts.
And now we're going to go and rely. Our big offseason move is let's bring up Francisco Alvarez. He's going to be amazing. What kind of world are you living in? It can't be both ways, dude. It can't be both ways. I'm sorry, Tom.
Facts.
He's a catcher. He's a catcher.
He's not even a catch. He's going to DH. He's not ready to catch yet.
Okay, so he'll DH most of the time. He'll catch a few games. The guy's going to hit 30 homers. You
don't know he's going to get as many at bats. You think he's going to get that many bats. And let me put it this way. You're resting your laurels on where you could get free agents to come in and bolster up your team. You're resting your laurels on Brett Beatty and Francisco Alvarez, hoping that if that works out. Dude, we don't know. And then you're going to tell me come July, let's trade Francisco Alvarez and Beatty for Ohtani because you're not the guys.
Facts.
Alvarez, you could tell. I mean, you could watch the film. The homer he hit last year in 12 at-bats. If you hit a homer every 12 at-bats, you hit 40 homers.
Kevin Moss did that, and Kevin Moss was out of baseball in 2 years. I'm not saying that he's going to be the same player.
But
no, I get you, but
You have their back. You know that these kids, especially Alvarez, is a superstar. Now,
well, I don't know that yet. No, hold on, Tommy. Let me correct you. I think, no, hold on.
No, he can't be a superstar until he comes and does
it up here. What are you talking about?
He's got to do it up here.
You got to come back to planet Earth a little bit here, Tommy. You really do.
Is this hope? Is this hope or is this reality?
No,
and you can't. It's hope.
What
right?
I'm saying is the front office. These guys have put a lot of work into it. The Mets have a really good analytical department. They think.
How do you know?
I have their back.
How do you know? How do you know? How do you know that?
Analytical. report. Come on.
Right.
You know they
How's
had
Darren Ruff doing?
Yeah, I mean, those
Darren Ruff.
Tommy, the same. I gotta let you go, and I'm not. I can't talk over everybody here. But the same analytical team that said, "Yeah, go out and get Darren Ruff." What do you get? 109 for you? I mean, this esteemed. I'm not saying that they're useless by any stretch, but what I am saying is that, and I do this for a living, and I can't quantify their value. I can't quantify the Yankees' analytical team value, except to say that I wish they did things a little differently, less analytically. You know, Tom, you are a hopeful Mets fan, and I love that, and I respect that. But you got to weave in a little reality, man. I mean, there's some big names off the board, and right now, you're the third best team in your division. That's just the way I see it.
And, dude, you just hit it, okay? There's some big names off the board. The Mets are the third place in our division currently, right? And we're talking, again, I hate to go back to big picture, but we're going to get Ohtani next year. There's no doubt in my mind. But then, also, there's going to be money off the books with the pitching rotation, all that stuff. And the big picture is, we're going to make splashes for all these other guys. The Padres just went in for Turner and Aaron Judge, and both got declined. Yeah. Why do I feel convinced?
And by the way, they pivoted, they got Bogarts.
Okay, fine, but
meaning they got somebody else.
Oh, yeah, but hold on. What? Aaron Judge, Trey Turner, Xander Bogaerts.
No, but I'm saying, point being, the Padres, they whiffed on the two big monsters, and then they still got a good player.
Padres this year clearly getting
Bogarts with the Mets would be awesome.
Okay, again, still getting better, but again, my point is, like, I think this Epler and Cohen are like dreams in a few years of who they can get. Let's build for this year.
I agree.
That's my problem, because the next couple of years from now, if you do, you're going to get Ohtani. But after that, you're not guaranteed to get anybody. So build this year's team. Get this year's team. Win now.
My only gripe, and to be fair to the Mets, it's not over. So we have to understand that. I know that I get it. Frustration, got it. Not over yet till opening day, right? So just keep that in mind. Even if you don't love that notion, it's true. But what I don't understand about the Mets, what seems to be their plan, is that they are not aggressively matching up the offense, which has a 2-year window in terms of the pitching staff to be meshed up with. I don't get that.
Yeah.
If you had 3 kids that were 21, I could say, you know what? I could have a conversation, save that money and save all that stuff, Ohtani, whomever, for when these kids have 30, 40, 50 starts under their belt, so you know what the hell you have. You got 2 guys who are closer to the Hall of Fame than they are the middle of their primes, if you really think about that. So that's not congruent. That's not consistent.
But they did have elite seasons last year, so
I love them both.
Yep.
I wish both were on the Yankees, but they are going. Scherzer's not going to get an extension after the 2 years is up.
No,
he's already got one on the books.
It's mostly over. So it's once it gets to the end, it's done. Same with Verlander. It's done.
That's my point.
At least it should be for the Mets.
So how you don't take this monster swing now defies logic.
Who do you want that's available?
Well, the Mets should have gotten Trey Turner.
Okay, but he's not available anymore. Who do you want now? Correa?
I'm making the call.
I mean, he's a shortstop. Where are you
third
moving?
base?
People are resting on the fact that in 2017 he played third base with Lindor at shortstop and Javi Baez at second base, and people think that maybe he'd transition over to third base. But the Mets still got to make the call, which they're not going to do.
Yeah, that's the thing. Even if he says no, I'm not interested, I'm still in my prime shortstop, I get it. But at least float out some numbers, man. Let's have a conversation. I don't get it. So I would have called Turner. I will not get on them if they let Nimmo walk. That's not something that I would necessarily do. I would not bring him back for the number he's seeking. So I'll defend the Mets if that happens.
I'm just going through the list, and there's just not a ton of great options.
Well, no, there's not any options anymore. There's not great. There were, and they didn't do anything.
But all you can do is focus on what you're doing right now.
No, that's yes, literally true.
What can Stevie Cohen and Billy Epler? I'm not hating on Billy Ep. What can they do to salvage? This is actually for Hoff.
Okay.
This offseason. What can they do?
What can they realistically do? I'm okay with Senga filling out the rotation because it is what it is at this point in time. Senga, I'll take that. I'm not going to pay Rodon $200 million for somebody that I really don't believe in.
You already signed Verlander and Quintana, so you don't.
But you do need to fill the rotation. You need a lot of depth.
Okay, not with $200 million.
No, you're 100% right. So I'll take Senga. You still need some bullpen help. That's no question. if you're going to bring back Nimmo, I hate to say this name because there's really no other power bat. I'm not getting the Nelson Cruz. I don't want Miguel Sano. I don't want any of those guys. And those are not going to do anything for me.
Yep.
If JD Martinez, you could sign him for a 1-year deal or a 2-year deal with an opt-out or something like that, and maybe he's got something in the tank, I'll see that. But there's not many offensive pieces out there where I go, okay. And I don't want to trade for anybody because you're going to have to give up assets to get them.
That's why I don't understand why the Mets, and you didn't like this, and I think you're out of your mind, why the Mets didn't call on Jose Abreu. Mid-30s, middle-of-the-order guy, highly productive, 850 OPS, short-term deal, matches Verlander and the other ace. I mean, come on.
And I will say today, I was wrong. Now, I was 100% wrong because at that point in time, everyone was available. Trey Turner was available. Aaron Judge was available. We're not going to get into that. But the point is, people are available. They're not there anymore. They're
Fair
gone.
enough. Okay. So a little pivot there. I got you. All right. 877-337-6666. Pivot time.